And those 8,000 miles that Kendall has walked, well, that equates to over 17 million steps on roads like this all across the United States. But no matter the distance, he says that his message still stays the same. And this is about the extent that you can go down Orleans Street over here. This is right where it connects with Bourbon Street. As you can see, still a very heavy police presence as well as a National Guard presence. Several of them stationed over here patrolling the area, making sure that none of the public enters this. This is still a very, very active crime scene. Well, in the wake of the deadly terror attack here in New Orleans on New Year's Day, President Biden, along with the First Lady, traveled here to the Louis Armstrong International Airport in New Orleans on Monday afternoon. Behind me, you can see Air Force One, which President Biden, along with other top officials, used to travel to the city to attend a prayer service as well as talk to the families of those killed and also impacted and lost so much on New Year's Day. If you take a step over here, you can just see just how deep this snowfall is on the side of the road. Me losing my footing, it's very slick. This snowfall right here, not very firm, very powdery, but it doesn't matter when you're on the roads over there, because if you're driving on that, you drive too fast, very, very easy to lose control. Another important thing to remember for this election, that there are no Democratic candidates, there are no independent candidates. Whoever wins this Republican primary will be the next mayor of Ocean Springs. A staple of the holiday season is, of course, hanging up Christmas lights, but over here in Wool Market, one woman has taken that to a whole new level where for the past decade, she's been decking out her home after her favorite dog breed. Welcome to Wiener Wonderland. When Hurricane Zeta hit parts of South Mississippi, it heavily damaged certain areas, such as over here at the Ken Combs Pier, which the city of Gulfport is now planning on rebuilding years after the effects of Zeta. Conditions across South Mississippi slowly starting to improve after ice and large amounts of snow were on the roads on Tuesday. Now the Mississippi Department of Transportation, along with other crews, working around the clock on Wednesday to make sure that roads such as I-10 behind me are as safe as possible. Well, here in Biloxi at the Wool Market Community Complex, these pickleball courts are just one of many across Biloxi, which are evidence of the rising popularity of the sport of pickleball.
It's like he's about to go on a ride or something. Marco, what's it looking like down there?
Dave, well, I gotta say, from all the way up here, the Crawfish Music Fest is looking pretty good. A pretty scenic view over here along Highway 90. But give me 1 second, let me come down there and tell you all about it. I'm gonna hit this slide, see how much speed we can build up going down here. Oh yeah, this is a nice slide right here. Beautiful scene of the beach as we're coming down. We're all familiar with going on a run or a walk to raise awareness for a good cause. One man has taken that mission to a whole nother level and instead made it his goal to walk across the United States, raising awareness for mental health and recovery, and lifting the spirits of those he comes across on a daily basis. His latest stop, Bay St. Louis, and that's where I caught up with him as he continues his story of empowerment across the country.
You matter, we do recover. God is good all the time. We are taking off.
731 days and over 8,000 miles. That's how far Kendall Ray Edwards, or better known as a walking testimony, has been walking across the United States. Equipped with a cart that spells out "You Matter," his journey is about far more than logging his daily steps.
The 180 on each edition of this shirt that I actually bring across the country with me, and we have numerous editions, sadly enough, stands for taking a 180-degree turn in the opposite direction from those things that are taking the people that we love and care about. So we're walking in remembrance of them. We're walking for the ones that are currently struggling with mental health issues and recovery issues, to let them know that there is hope, that we do recover, that we all have value and purpose, that we're all loved and cared about.
After his own troubles with the law, Kendall began his journey to raise awareness for mental health, with what started as a walk from Florida to Washington. But once he finished, he realized it wasn't enough. He made it his goal to travel to each corner of the country. A journey that's lasted 2 years, live streaming almost every moment and spreading his message along the 24 state lines he's crossed.
I get people that cry and stop on the side of the road with me whenever they see that "You Matter" sign. I've literally had grown men stop and say, "Hey, I was about to go home and do something dumb. I needed to see that sign. Like, can I give you a hug?" So it's just been so important. I've learned that there's just so much good in the world, and people just want some love and positivity.
On Thursday, Kendall officially made his way to South Mississippi.
We made it to Bay St. Louis. Basically, it's been a great day. Got a little bit further.
And of course, he was met with signature Coast hospitality as droves of supporters made their way out to see him.
There's more good than bad. You just have to find it. And it seems like he's on a mission to find it.
And those 8,000 miles that Kendall has walked, well, that equates to over 17 million steps on roads like this all across the United States. But no matter the distance, he says that his message still stays the same.
No, I don't know all of y'all's individual circumstances and situations. We all go through hard times and bad days in different ways, but I want to let you know that I love you and I care about you, and I don't have to know you in person to tell you that I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I have bad days too, and it's never personal against anybody. I'm hard on myself, but I'm so thankful that every single one of you are here today.
Kendall will continue his journey along the coast of Florida, where his journey began, before trekking back up the East Coast to Maine to finish a journey that all started with a single step.
We're now less than 1 week from the municipal elections all across the coast, and in Gulfport, the race for mayor has raised major accusations of election fraud and vote buying. Live in the studio with us is WXXV News 25's Marco Bitonel, who attended a press conference held by the state GOP earlier today. What can you tell us, Marco?
Dave, well, it's the latest twist on what's been a highly contested race for Gulfport mayor, as the Mississippi GOP has accused individuals of violating a Mississippi election law, which prohibits the offering of anyone money or anything of substantial value in exchange for their votes.
In our country and in our state, votes should not be for sale.
With the race for Gulfport mayor just 6 days away, high tensions, with the Mississippi GOP presenting what it calls evidence of voter buying and absentee voting.
Certain individuals in Gulfport, Mississippi have been handing out and are believed to still be handing out right in front of Gulfport City Hall vouchers that say souls to polls and promise a prepared meal in exchange for a vote.
This is what those vouchers look like, also showing pictures of what a local restaurant in Gulfport is offering in exchange for the vouchers. But the GOP says their evidence goes beyond that.
We will also provide the district attorney and the attorney general video evidence of individuals parked in front of Gulfport City Hall and specifically handing out these vouchers, where you can clearly see in the video, multiple videos, individuals handing out these vouchers after individuals come out of City Hall having voted absentee.
The GOP also saying Sonia Williams Barnes' campaign reposted this invite, Vote and Vibe, on social media, on which they say was encouraging voters this past weekend to meet at City Hall, vote, and get a wristband they say was good for a brunch meal after. Several supporters for Souls to the Polls at the press conference voicing that the movement does not endorse a candidate.
Strictly nonpartisan. It's about getting people out to vote. All we're doing is saying, go and vote. We're not telling anybody anything. I'm not a member of either campaign or anything like that.
After the press conference, I went to City Hall, where Souls to the Polls members were still handing out vouchers, and walked me through their process.
So when I see somebody come through, they walk toward me, I said, let me see if they vote, I offer them a voucher.
The GOP's evidence has been brought forward to Attorney General Lynn Fitch, who has sent this letter to Sonia Williams Barnes' campaign, stating they have opened an investigation and would like to speak with her no later than May 29th. But even during this investigation, Souls to the Polls members say they aren't doing anything illegal and will still be at City Hall handing out vouchers. Good evening, South Mississippi, and thank you for joining us for WXXV News 25 at 9. On this Friday night, I'm Marco Bitonel. We'll begin tonight in Biloxi, where 2 people have been arrested in connection to a shooting at a nightclub that left several people injured. Tonight, Mississippi state education leaders are responding after a recent U.S. Department of Education decision to rescind certain COVID relief funds can mean a loss of more than $100 million of federal funding marked for Mississippi school districts. Breaking news as we come on the air this evening, Mississippi Highway Patrol telling us a truck has gone over the edge of the Pascagoula River Bridge, which we'll be bringing you a live look from now. The driver of the truck is said to not have any serious injuries, and Landon Orozco with MHP also saying up to 4 other cars were involved. At this time, serious injuries are reported, but the amount is not yet confirmed. The interstate is expected to be backed up for the next few hours. Since the beginning of this new Trump administration, ICE operations have been increasing across the country. From a DEA perspective, do you see that this is something that we could potentially see more on the rise right here in South Mississippi? The threat of severe storms and destructive tornadoes across the South and Midwest is over, but the danger remains as flooding submerges cars, roadways, and even homes, just like you're seeing here in Columbus, Mississippi. This is a video of a water rescue from early this morning by the Columbus Fire Department. Welcome back to WXXV News 25. Markets are reeling after President Trump announced tariffs on most countries worldwide, but shrimpers on Tybee Island in Georgia are welcoming them, saying imported shrimp is killing the seafood market. Nakaya Harris has the story. Well, breaking news just into our newsroom right now. A shooting has occurred at the Aztecas restaurant in Gulfport, according to Gulfport police. 2 people are said to have been shot. At least 1 victim has been transported to a local hospital, but the condition of these victims is unknown at this time. No word on any suspect as of right now.
How many points today would you average in a high school basketball game?
South Mississippi, I have an answer for you, okay?
Oh, no.
I'm on the bench,
at
okay?
This age?
I'm getting the water
You're
for those guys.
I
I see your clips. You play all the time with these guys. They should not be in high school, okay?
Yeah, that's fair.